Mm. Hello, hello. Welcome back, day 14. I want to thank you for being here with me on this amazing journey, a 30-day series where you're investing in yourself, you're exploring sobriety, cultivating emotional well-being, and embracing holistic health so that you too can experience a year of strength, growth, and vibrant living. What a fun journey this is, right? Like, I know it's a lot of work. I get it. But wow, I hope you're really starting to notice areas of your life where you have the power to choose to change, shift, morph, make your life your own. Anyway, today's topic is a focus on getting effective and doing what works. Always having that willingness to ask yourself, am I in a space of being mindful and willing? That's a big question. Are you mindful and willing? So it's time to focus in this space on what is present and strengthen your ability to be effective in the right here, right now moment. So the idea here is that we're going to be doing one thing at a time. Oh, how many of you just cringed, right? We're going to be focusing on how do we effectively do one thing at a time, especially in a world where things are coming at us all the time. The kids need something, the spouse wants something done. You've got your own business, your own job, your own things, and right? The dogs need food, yada, yada, yada. And oh my gosh, my sister just called because this, that, or the other thing, right? So how do we, get effective in the now moment and have the ability to do one thing at a time? So think about it this way. And I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to challenge you right here. If you're going to eat. Don't read or watch TV at the same time. When you're working, work. Don't try to work and worry about something at home at the same time. I know that gets a little tough for some of us, myself included. I work out of my home, as do so many people these days, right? So we have to be like, I'm in work mode. This hour, these 4 hours, these, I don't know, 8 hours, whatever it is that you do for work, have it be work. If you need to incorporate time and space for something that is personal into your day, that's fine. Block it out, make the shift. I'm going from work to this, right? So you don't want to work and worry at the same time about something, about, the other things. So by all means, I want you to really work on this and think about this in a pretty broad spectrum. But when you're with a friend, when you're talking with your spouse, when you're engaging with your children, just talk with your friend. Just have a conversation with your spouse. Just engage and listen and be present with your children. Don't try to be on the computer or the phone at the same time. The reason for this is so that you are giving your full attention to what you are doing. And that provides you the ability to do your best job at that. But it also gives you the capability of feeling completely present, not fragmented, right? That thing that makes us feel so edgy. I've got so many things going on. I hear it all the time. So when you feel like what you're doing is an important thing, you're focused on it, right? Like you're paying attention. It feels different than, oh my God, I have so many things going on. I have 5 projects I've created for myself. and I have this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. And we're always thinking about all the things instead of just being in the moment and doing what's in front of us, having a conversation that we're engaged in. So anyway, the goal here, excuse me, got all excited. The goal here is to focus on being effective, to focus on what works rather than what is right versus wrong or fair versus unfair. Right? Like digging your heels in to be right. You're not even listening. You're only focused on what you think, feel, believe, and maybe not what the other person thinks, feels, and believe. And you want to dig your heels in and prove you're right. You want to dig your heels in and prove that whatever it is you want is fair and they're being unfair, right? Digging those heels in. It's an uncomfortable, yucky way of feeling, and it does nothing but breed bad vibes. It's what gets us into that headspace of, oh, screw it, fight or flight. I'm just going to go pour myself a glass of wine. And then we pour, right? Like not even a glass. It's half the bottle that fits in the big glass we like, because we like to be able to psychologically tell ourselves, I only had one glass, when it's not, an actual serving size. So anyway, I could go down that rabbit hole, right? So another way to think about this, depending upon your age group, is another way is to think of it as the opposite of, cutting your nose off to spite your face, right? Like I'm going to be productive, proactive. I'm going to be effective. I'm going to show up. I'm going to be present. I'm going to actively listen. I'm going to inquire for deeper understanding. I'm going to ask permission to share my perspective, and we're either going to collaborate and come to, some sort of a mutual agreement, or we're going to, come to a space where we can just, be okay with differing views and opinions, all of these things, right? But if we're not present, we can't do that. So the more we practice state of mind skills, think back to, earlier days, I don't remember exactly which day it was, but those state of mind skills, reasonable, emotional, and intuitiveness, with a non-judgmental stance and a one focus, the easier it is to include that effective skill. Being effective, guys, is truly and most often just stepping into a space of allowing ourselves to let go of feeling right so strongly that it overshadows our ability to make decisions that may correct a situation. Being determined to be right or feel it's a matter of principle is so self-defeating. It's a decision that you make. It's a choice that you lean into. You sign up. I'm determined to be right, and it's not anything more than just self-defeating, right? It's choosing to be in the negative versus in a space of acceptance and growth, and right. So I'm gonna leave you with this, right? Letting go of desire to be right, moving into doing what works, using the proper skills, is being effective. If you're here and you're following along, you are being effective because you are actively seeking. If you are taking these tidbits that I'm giving to you every day and you're spending time observing, right? Like you're bringing the psychological skill set, the tool, the tactic with you, and you're thinking about it, and you're intentionally self-observing and looking for those areas where you can use it and testing it and trying it. And then you're being effective. you're going to find your what works. Anyway, tomorrow we're going to talk about tactics of assertiveness, what that truly means, and we're going to find out if you actually have them. Thanks again so much for being here. Enjoy your day. Don't hesitate to ask if you need a little assistance. We'll talk soon.